Hello guys, welcome back to Coding. So guys, I hope you all are taking care and enjoying the videos that I'm posting for you and getting all of the valuable content that you want. So in the previous video, what we had discussed about three type of operating system: time sharing operating system, batch processing operating system, and multi-programming operating system. In today's video, what we're going to discuss about multiprocessor, real-time operating system, distributed, and cluster operating system. So guys, if you're new to my channel, please do like and share, subscribe to my channel. Already on my YouTube channel, I have posted videos that are really useful for you. Everything based upon networking, Excel tips, Java, Python, C++, and everything that is really useful for you. All the content that you are going to get over here, C language and study tips and everything that is really useful for a student or a beginner who wants to learn everything on a one place, you all are going to get over here. So do check out all the videos and all the content that I have posted over here, and please do support and share it with your friends so that each and everyone gets the desired thing. So let's get started with the video without wasting any time. Understand today's topic and let you make clear everything. So let's get started. So the very first type of operating system that we are going to learn today is the multiprocessor operating system. So in this type of operating system, when I'm talking about, in this there will be more than one CPU that can be used with the computer system. Means multiple CPUs are interconnected in such a way that a job can be divided among them for faster execution. Now what it happens in this case, there will be multiple CPUs, they will divide the job accordingly and then we can perform the execution. So when a job finishes, result from all the CPUs and are collected and they are provided into a single final output. Means there will be multiple number of CPUs that will be connected and the jobs will be divided accordingly, and so as the job will be divided accordingly, so it will provide faster execution, and the faster execution will be done, and then all the results will be collected at a one single place, and then we will get the desired output. Now these are divided into two categories, that is symmetric and asymmetric. Now coming to the very first category, that is symmetric. It is also called as tightly coupled multiprocessing operating system. In this SMS, each processor executes the identical copy of the operating system. Now in the symmetric, that is SMS have taken a symmetric system, each processor executes the identical copy of the operating system, takes its own decision and cooperates with another processor for smooth functioning of the entire function. So now what it does, it takes the identical copy, like keeps a copy for himself first of all, and takes the decision and cooperate with the other for the desired functionality. That is called as a symmetric type of multiprocessor. Second, we have asymmetric. In asymmetric, each processor is assigned a specific task. It uses master-slave relationship. Now, what is a master-slave relationship? Like at the top level, there will be one person and there will be other person upon that. So that is a master. Like the master processor controls the whole system. It schedules and allocates the work to the slave processor. Now there will be a single master. What it will do, it will provide the works to the other slaves and the slave will work upon that, and then they will be getting back to the master so that the work is being completed. So that is the two types of system, that is the asymmetric and the symmetric, which we have in a multiprocessor. Let's talk about the advantages and disadvantages of multiprocessing operating system. So as we told that we have multiple CPUs that are present over here, so to complete a job. So the advantages of multiprocessor, first of all, is reduces the response time. Number two, proper utilization of CPU. We will be using the proper utilization of CPU because we have divided the jobs accordingly. Third, if one processor file the execution of interrupted, it can be continued or retrieved. Like if the processor fails from one CPU, it can be continued with another CPU and we can work upon that desired job. Now what are the disadvantages of multiprocessor operating system? Basically, number one, overhead cost is more. Number two, we have security issues. Like security issue could be like coming of viruses or any other thing, or maybe the data hampering or anything that can happen with the help of multiprocessor operating system. So these are the disadvantages of multiprocessing operating system. Next come to the next type of operating system, that is the real-time operating system. So this is the one of the operating system like which you are like really curious about, and something that is like makes us feel that we are actually looking into that system. So this is that type of system. You will be very surprised to know when you learn about the system. Even when I was learning, I was very surprised to know that this is also a system that we are working with. Now, what is a real-time operating system? A real-time operating system is a special operating system used in computer that has a strict time constraint defined for any job to perform. Now, in this, what we will have a strict time constraint defined for any job to be performed. So in real-time operating system is the one that must react to the inputs and respond them quickly. Means this is that one type of system. If we are giving the input, it should respond it very quickly. Like it should not take some while to respond to that. Basically, real-time operating system cannot afford to be late with response to an event. It has a well-defined and fixed time of constraint. So basically, the example of this type of system is like we use radar system, missile guidance, traffic lights, control system, air traffic, medical imaging system. Everything where these things are used, we use a real-time operating system. Now, the real-time operating system is divided into three categories. That is the hard RTOS, soft RTOS, firm RTOS. Basically, RTOS is real-time operating system. So these are three types of system which is divided into it. Let's come to the very first type of RTOS that we have is the hard RTOS. In hard RTOS, it is all the critical tasks have to be completely strictly within the specified amount of time. That is within the deadline. Not meeting the deadline could result the critical failure such as the damage of the equipment or even loss of human life. So this is the basically that type of system which you need to perform as quickly as it happens. It needs to perform that. For example, we consider airbags or the traffic light, so it needs to be performed as soon as the thing is being happening. Now if the airbags are present over here in the car or everywhere, so what it will need to do, it needs to respond as quickly, means as soon as an accident place happens, so to protect the human life, this system needs to respond that immediately. Second is that we have is the soft RTOS. Now coming to the soft RTOS, they are less restricted in time of RTOS. In this system, if the deadline is not met, the whole system does not fail, but the performance of the system deteriorates or degrades. For example, ATM, sensor, gate, elevator. Now, in this case, what it will do, it can take some while, but the thing will that like it will not hamper anything, but it will reduce the performance of the desired system. Now, let me tell you a very clear example of this that everyone must have seen. Like whenever you go to malls or any other place, now there you can see that the doors that open on their own whenever you come near to them. So sometimes what it do, we are just near to them, then also they take some while. So that is the bad type of RTOS. But as soon as if they are working as you go close to them and opening at the same moment, so that is a good type of RTOS. So that is the example of we can talk about soft RTOS. Third type of thing that we have is a firm RTOS. In this system, if the system does not meet the deadline, the system does not fail, but it does not give the appropriate result. Means it will not fail, but it will not give the appropriate result. In this type of system, a little stretch is tolerable to meet the deadline. Example, delayed SMS sending printers, like the printers that are sending, like whenever you give a print command, it takes a while to print. Maybe some errors could be there in the printer, like the ink error or maybe the page not set up. So these are some of the terms that are the firm RTOs. Means it will not lead to a failure, but it will not give a appropriate result. About the advantages and disadvantages of RTOs. Number one, coming to the advantages. So basically, RTOs are more compact in requires less memory space. That is the first advantage. Second, they are easy to design, develop, and execute real-time applications as compared to other operating system. So that is the second advantage of RTOS. Coming to the disadvantages, also they are little bit costlier as compared to other operating system. These are little bit costlier as compared to the other operating system that we are using. Number two, in case of hard RTOS, if the system fails, there is the danger of human life. That is the second disadvantage. Third, they are more complex system as compared to the other operating system. As we told that they are costlier and it needs to perform as quickly as possible. So they are sometimes also complex as compared to the other operating system. Next type of operating system that we have is the distributive operating system. Now coming to the distributive operating system, in this operating system, it means whole operating system is not installed on a single machine. It is divided into parts and these parts are loaded on different machines. The use of multiprocessors is visible to the users. The user are not aware of where the programs are run and where they are residing. So they are automatically handled by the operating system. In this operating system, there are many computers that are connected by a communication network. It is an expansion of network operating system. So basically what did happen in this case, we have not installed the operating system on a single device, but it is installed on different parts, but the user is not aware of it. The user does not know where the task is running and where the task has to be going on. So they perform the task accordingly. Basically it creates a type of network communication so that they can perform the task very well. What the advantage and disadvantage of this operating system is, number one, advantages. As different machines at different locations are connected, so the user at the one may be able to see the resources available to at the other end also. So this is system is fault tolerant. If one system fail, it could not shut down the whole network. Second, We can also share resources. That is the second point, that we can share resources because we have a network connected to them. Third, faster processing as there is proper load balancing. Now there will be faster processing as there will be proper load balancing. Now coming to a disadvantage, as we talk, we do not know that where the program is been running or where it is residing. Sometimes it might be an issue like the programmer needs to know like where in which system the program has been running. So that could be a disadvantage of distributed operating system. The operating system that we have is the clustered operating system. Now when I'm talking about the cluster operating system, these are group of computer systems connected with high speed communication link. Each computer system has its own memory and peripheral device. They will have their own memory and the input output device, whatever they want. They usually perform to provide higher availability. They are integrated with hardware. Cluster means sharing of performance, higher disk and software. Cluster is a form of unified control of a computer system in a cluster. So basically we mean that all things will be placed at one single place and they will be connected with a high communication. So basically the purpose of this is providing a high communication link with the best of the software, with the best of the hard disk at a higher rate. So that is the basically purpose of a cluster. Advantage and disadvantage of cluster system is: number one, it is higher availability. Number two, performance ratio increases. Number three, we have a quick response time. So these are the advantages when you're talking about a clustered system. Now the disadvantages: number one, it is very cost effective because we are performing everything high. Second, complex to design. It is really very complex to design when we want to do it. Third, the maintenance is also very high. It will involve a lot of cost and we need to maintain properly. So that is the other disadvantage of using a clustered system. Guys, I hope you must be clear about the different types of operating system that I have discussed with you with the example of each and every one, and also showing you the desired pictures of how they each and every system work. Already in my previous video I have talked about the three types of operating system that we already discussed. Do check that video out also. I've also posted the link in the description, also at the top right corner, that is the I button. So guys, if you like the content that I post, please do like it, share, subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Keep smiling and take care, and let's see you in the next video.